In the first 10 verses of John chapter 2, we have the account of Jesus turning water into wine, his first miracle. And at the close of that passage, John tells us in verse 11 that what he was doing in performing that miracle was putting his glory on display, manifesting his glory, and that the manifestation of his glory is what caused his disciples to believe in him, to cross the threshold from doubt into faith. I think a lot of us Christians imagine that if we could just put together a really well-crafted philosophical, theological, or intellectual argument for the existence and power of God, that somehow that would encourage people to become believers. That if we could expose them to miracles, if we could take somebody to a healing service where they could observe somebody being physically healed by God or something on that order, that would do the trick and cause them to move from skepticism to belief. But, most of the time, more often than not, the thing that makes believers out of people is none of that. It's the glory of God. So what's the glory of God? How do you define that? I really don't know. Glory is a word that's really hard to pin down with an airtight definition, but the best one I've ever heard was this, that glory is the divine word for beauty. It's how we describe the beauty of God, and it is His beauty that moves us to faith. I know that was true for me, and probably was true for you too, if you are a follower of Christ, if you think about it. But how do you define the beauty of God? Well, it's so intangible. It's His love, it's His mercy, it is His power, it is His wisdom. So many things go into that phrase, the beauty of God. But there's also an awful lot that's intangible and indescribable. So what is the glory of God that moves people beyond their skepticism and doubt and unbelief into faith? What is it that causes a heart to be inclined to follow after Christ as Savior? I'm not sure I can completely define it. So what I'm going to do is just turn around and join you in looking at it.